Hey guys, it's Sam, and today I'm going to take you around with me in my apartment and do a little end of the year declutter session. So as you guys know, I'm very into decluttering and kind of keeping things minimal and making sure I don't have a ton of things and not having a ton of just like clutter and things that I don't need. And the end of the year is a perfect time to do this. This is something that I just kind of keep up with. As you guys know, I've done a lot of just like massive declutters and declutters with moving. I will link my most recent video talking about decluttering and minimalism and all that stuff on the screen for you to check out. So decluttering and keeping things tidy is a big thing for me at this point, and having less things keeps things more tidy, and it's all very connected. So I'm getting ready this week to go home to visit my family for the holidays, and I want to come back to a completely decluttered space for the new year. So I thought these things would also give you guys some ideas for things that you might want to declutter. These are some easy things that you can get rid of before 2019 to really start the year off right and start any kind of goal setting or decluttering goals that you have off right for the new year. This video is also being sponsored by Skillshare, who I've talked about before in the past. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes brought to you by different experts in their field, from business to productivity to art, anything creative like that. And they also have a ton of videos on decluttering, goal setting, minimalism, culling your wardrobe, things like that that fit with the whole theme of this video. A premium membership, which costs less than $10 a month, which is less expensive than a lot of other online learning platforms, gives you unlimited access to all of these classes in any topic that you could want. I think with the new year coming up, there are tons of goals that people have, whether it's around productivity or decluttering, minimalism, stuff like this I'm talking about in this video, or something artistic, a side hustle, cooking, or something else that you want to get into. Skillshare is a good way to kind of jumpstart that goal that you may have. If you'd like to try out 2 months for free to see how you enjoy the platform, there is a link down in my description box for the first 500 people that click that link. They will get 2 months free of Skillshare to try it out and see if it's for them. So thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Let's get to the decluttering, shall we? It is a very dark, gloomy, and rainy day today. So today is the perfect day to stay inside and declutter, which is the journey I'll be taking you on. I know a lot of you guys like my unhauls and stuff like that and enjoy hearing me talk about decluttering and organizing and things, so I figured I would do this kind of take you along my decluttering with me. If you hear that sound in the background, it's one of the cats eating. But if you enjoy me talking about these kinds of things, I do a lot of these types of videos on my personal channel, so I'll link that down below. This is a Vlogmas video, and you will be seeing more Vlogmas-y type things on that channel related to organization and stuff like that. And also beyond Vlogmas, there'll be more content like that if you enjoy this kind of stuff. So I will show you randomly as I do this, because I don't tackle things like all in one section. It's just like, okay, this tabletop needs some decluttering, let's do it. So maybe you'll get some inspiration, and if you want to have this on in the background while you do your own decluttering, more power to you. So the first thing I'm doing is actually going through my candle collection, because I'm trying to burn away all of my candles before I buy any new ones. And I get a lot in like subscription boxes and stuff, but I'm almost out of my fresh balsam candle, which is a very like wintry Christmas candle. And I was like, oh, I think I want some more winter candles. Maybe I'll buy some when I go to the mall today. And I went through and I found a whole assortment of candles that are wintry smells. One of them even being the winter scented candle. So I do not need to buy candles, which means I don't need to buy and bring more things into my house. So now I can prioritize these, and I also organize the candle collection so that I know like which is which and what scents I should be burning next for the season. I keep all of my candles in this little basket. So all of these over here are the like spring and summer candles, and then this one, this one, this one, and this stack are all like winter, fall type smells. While I was going through those, I actually also decided that I'm going to get rid of these little decorative containers that I have bought over the years for my candles. I got rid of a lot of them that were like silver a while ago, and these are kind of this like rubbed bronze look that I like the look of, but I actually just like, especially the Bath & Body Works candles, the containers for them. And like the labels and stuff like that. I think those look way better than putting that in this. So I'm getting rid of these. I'm going to clean off my TV console because I don't actually have a TV right now. But there's a couple just miscellaneous things sitting on there that can be moved to actual homes. And I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my coffee table. I don't need a coffee table, and it's a space that just accumulates crap. I do feed one of the cats on it, but otherwise I can feed the cats there until I get a TV. But I don't need this coffee table. It's too big, I feel like, for this room. So I actually want to get 2 armchairs. I'll probably keep this IKEA chair, but get another armchair and then a very small side table, and that is all I want in this room. So I might be decluttering this coffee table sooner rather than later because I don't actually need it. I'm really big on not having a ton of furniture, especially things that I can set stuff on, because I am a piler. I will just set stuff down and pile it up. I'll show you a couple spaces in the apartment that are like that right now that I'm going to be decluttering. So I don't want this coffee table where I can just put shit on it. And it's kind of too big for this space anyway, and like I said, I really want the armchair. Like, I have a whole Pinterest board of like sitting room photos where there's 2 armchairs and a very small side table, and that's perfect. And then the side table can hold like my beverage or my phone or whatever, but I don't need a giant coffee table. It's just not necessary. So because I'm not going to have a coffee table, I think I'm actually going to get rid of this Buffy Slayer's Watcher's Guide. I really wanted to use this as a coffee table book, but I don't need it because I'm not going to have a coffee table. I'm going to pull this out a bit because I want to hide these cords back behind this for now. It's just the cords for the internet and stuff for right now, but I do not want to have them all just splayed out. That is so ugly. These are my really pretty coasters, which I love, but I don't have a need for them right now, so they will stay just right there. And I'm going to find a home for this extra plug thing. I actually feel like I might use it in my kitchen if I can finagle a way to make it not look really ugly. We'll see. So yeah, small improvements, but that's way better. This is also, I think, the door to this, possibly, and I haven't decided if I want to attach that. I never have had it attached, so we'll see. So this little breakfast area in my apartment has become kind of a catch-all for me because it's sort of my like work everything zone. It's the one space that I have that's almost like a desk area. I don't have any other kind of desk area. I don't know if I want to buy a desk. We will see if I decide that that's something that I want to do and maybe put it over like here somewhere, like a very small one. But this just has become a catch-all for things, and as you can see, I just kind of pile things. So I work over here. I just am editing a video right now. My mail's over here, so I'm going to take literally probably 2 minutes and get rid of the clutter here. I put that power strip I showed earlier back here. I don't love the way this looks, and that's the thing, that this is one of the only plugs in the kitchen. It's right by the sink and all my cords. Like, I just don't love this. So thinking about getting a desk of some kind might be a good idea, but again, a desk is just another place to clutter things, so who knows. So one of the things I know we can all get rid of is the mail piles that you have sitting around. Go through your mail. Sometimes I don't open mine right away either. Go through it, get rid of the stuff that you don't need, file the stuff that you do, but be strict with yourself about what you're filing and make sure you're not just keeping stuff to keep it. Get rid of receipts, things like that, and get that clutter gone before 2019. I've been thinking about decluttering this mirror, which is part of a gallery wall that I had in both of the old spaces, but I don't want to get rid of it yet because a lot of my art has blue in it, so I want to see if it does work once all of the art is up on the walls, and I need a friend to come over and help me hang all of that. So I think this may go, but I'm going to wait until all the art is up before I do that because I do want another mirror in here. I just don't know if this blue is going to work. This baby gate has been sitting in the entry closet. Because of the old place, we had to sometimes confine Tally in like an office or something, but she has been out and about since I moved here whenever I leave. So sorry if you can hear my laundry in the background. This is in the same room, so I apologize. But I don't need this. I held on to it just to see if I would need it, but she's been fine out during the day without being penned in anywhere. I'm going to get rid of this pair of shoes. I'm actually not even going to donate them because they're just from like Famous Footwear and they have no padding on the bottom and they're basically like worn out, and I only wore them I think for like maybe a season. So I have some other flats that I can wear, and I'm actually thinking about investing in some nicer flats for work anyway, like Rothy's or something. So I'm going to get rid of these, and I want to get rid of another pair, but those ones are good for the rain. So I'm not going to get rid of those until I have a replacement pair, but these are going for sure. These little LED string lights I've had for over a year, possibly over 2 years, and I was going to use them for Bookstagram photos, but I am not that creative and I do not take that much time to take photos staged like that. It's not my medium. So I'm going to get rid of these because one of my rules is with decluttering, if I'm kind of like, oh, I want something, if it's under $20 and it's easily replaceable, get rid of it. This is definitely that. Also, this is kind of an item for my fantasy self, like my fantasy self that does a lot of like pretty book photos. I'm not going to use these because I haven't in 2 years. This is a little container that I used for a long time on my makeup desk on my vanity, and I put all of my like daily makeup in it. But one, this doesn't match my aesthetic because I don't like gold stuff. So this doesn't really match anything else that I have. And I haven't been using this because I either have all my daily makeup in a makeup bag because I take it to the gym with me, or I'm putting it in the drawer so it's not actually sitting out and cluttering up my vanity. So I'm going to be getting rid of this. Although it served me well for a very long time. This is my last box that I hadn't yet officially unpacked from the move. This is a lot of like miscellaneous technology and stuff that I didn't really have a place for, but I'm going to find a place for it because there's no reason that I should still have a box like this. A lot of this stuff I'm keeping, but it just needs to find a home. This is the editing software that I use. I'm still gonna keep the discs, but I don't need to keep this box around anymore. I've had it for years. I found another power strip in here, and I don't need 3. I do not have that many electronics, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. And the rest is my Funko Pops and figurines. So I'm getting rid of my Ezio Auditore figurine. He doesn't stand up properly. And I'm kind of sick of having figurines and stuff on my bookshelves, just things cluttering on my bookshelves, so I'm getting rid of him, mostly because he doesn't stand, but also just because I don't like the clutter on my shelves. I also may be getting rid of these Star Wars Funkos at some point. I have really pared down my Funko Pop collection because, again, I don't like stuff on my shelves, and I just wasn't liking how many I had, so I already got rid of a lot of them before I moved. But these are 3 that I'm not sure about. Otherwise, I put back Edward Kenway, Garrus is back, and then Draco and Hermione are down there. But those are the only ones I like really want to have. And these are like, I'm not sure. I'm also getting rid of my Black Widow Funko Pop. I actually had 2 of these and I got rid of the other one before I moved because I like this one more. But I hate the bobbleheads. I hate them. I don't like them. They're always falling down, and I just don't feel like there's a spot on my shelf that's good for her, so I feel like she's just going to be in the way, so I think she has to go. So there's this really pretty tapestry from Society 6 that I've had for years, but I actually haven't used it a lot. I got it as a background for my videos and then really didn't like this kind of backdrop. So I held on to it, and I just put it up in a couple places in my apartment. Like, I just held it up, and I'm just not really liking the tapestry feel. I just don't really like it. I prefer, like, framed art or canvas or something like that. So I think I'm going to get rid of this, which makes me sad because I was really looking forward to having it when I first got it, and I just haven't really used it for any of its intended purposes. This bin has become a catch-all bin. It sits in my entryway under one of my tables, and it's sort of used as a catch-all bin, and like it was bought for that purpose, but now it just has like a ton of stuff to where like it's not manageable, so I'm going to go through some of this. Some of this stuff is my work stuff, like this is work stuff that I hide away on the weekends, but yeah, this can't happen. This can't happen. I just bought this notebook and there's some like sticky thing on it. I don't even know what that is. I thought it was just like sticky tack and it's not coming off nicely like sticky tack would, so I'm very upset because I got this notebook for a specific purpose and now it's all fucked up. Stamps! Why do I have so many notebooks? I'm not even a notebook person, and yet I have too many. I don't know what this charge is for. I should probably just throw it out, but then I'll find the thing that it's for and be upset that I threw it out. I don't need this ruler anymore because I don't use that for my bullet journal. I use a small ruler. This is a wreath hanging thing for a glass door. I have a wooden door in my apartment now, so I don't need this. Alright, now it's empty. It's a matter of putting stuff back that actually could go in this for now. I'm putting back some of my miscellaneous bullet journaling supplies in here because they've always lived in here. This notebook is not finished, but it's kind of gotten destroyed, so since I have other ones, I'm going to get rid of that one just because, yeah, it was for an old job. I use it for a lot of old job stuff, and I don't feel like hanging onto it. I feel like it has bad juju. Putting the wires in the technology box. Putting some of this stuff in my filing cabinet. There's some papers and things. Putting the hammer and nails back in here just because I'll know where they are, and that's for hanging up my art and stuff. These are my checks. They go in here because I barely ever use them. And then this is where I temporarily store my work supplies. So I'm totally fine with them going in here and being kept away where I don't need to see them throughout my weekend. Yeah, a much more contained box of goodies. I've decided the next like fandom sticker I get in a subscription box is gonna go on here and cover that like spot, because I took a lot of it off with tweezers, but there's still a sticky spot, and I'm not throwing out a perfectly brand new notebook that I got for a specific purpose. So that's my solution. I got rid of a lot of my tote bags before the move because I'm not really a big tote bag user, but I'm going to use the 3 that I kept for reusable grocery bags. It is a few days later in the week and it's getting to be crunch time for holiday packing and everything like that because I'm leaving in 2 days. But I'm still decluttering kind of as I go, and I am hitting the next spot, which is pet supplies. So this little ottoman is where I keep everything for the animals, and obviously it was raining this weekend, so I have out her like rain jacket and towel and stuff. But there's a lot of stuff that I just packed in here when I moved. It's like all the animal supplies, and a lot of that stuff can be gone through now. It is nice because I do know where everything is, but at the same time not everything has to actually be in here. I'm sure there's some things that are expired. This is just going to be a pet-centric segment. If the camera shakes, it's because it's sitting on the table that one of the cats is begging on. So, you know, gotta make do. This is the harness I use if she wears a coat because I can't use my other harness with it. It's this whole thing. Her pet shampoo can go near the bathroom where it's actually going to get used. This is one of those extended leashes. Gerald bought it a while ago because he thought that she would like use it in the rain, but she's so used to a short lead that you have to like walk with her even when she uses the extended leash. So I think I'm going to get rid of that. There's medication for fleas and ticks for the cats. I don't know why... Just like people, I don't know why these are kept because it's like I can't just use these. Yeah, ointment. The cats a lot of times would get conjunctivitis, you know, like eye infections, but you can't reuse the medicine later on, you know? This is her heartworm preventative, getting rid of medicine box. This is the little box for her bark collar, which is just a collar that trains her with a noise, not with any kind of anything bad. So I think I can get rid of this. Basically I'm saying I don't zap my dog. Although there's been times I've wanted to when you bark too much. But I would never zap you. This is her snow coat. It's so cute. I keep looking off the screen because she's sitting right there. This is her little BB-8 sweater. Oh, it's so cute. This is almost slightly too small, but I also can't get rid of it. Like, I refuse. This is basically mouthwash for animals that you put in their water. I need to start doing that again because it's great and it makes the resting way less. This is a little water bottle for when I take her on hikes and stuff. So I'm keeping that. And now we've gotten to the part where there's just like a bunch of toys in here, and most of these toys have been forgotten about. So, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get rid of these things. So we have her boots, which I don't really put on her anymore because it's not as convenient to have her walk down the steps in them. Probably gonna hold on to them for a little while because they're adorable. But the rest of the stuff is like, I've forgotten it's even in here, and I'm not gonna put all of these toys out. I'm not gonna put all these toys out. This is like a fur remover thing for furniture. I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't think these toys need to all be, yeah, because she has like 3 of these already out. She has like 2 of these already out. We don't really use the Kong things anymore. She has a ton of balls. She doesn't usually use balls outside. I don't know, can you donate toys like this? Oh, another boot. And then this cat toy they love, but she tries to attack. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of most of these because they just aren't needed. And, like, even these, the cats love these, but, like, she will eat them. Like, she's already looking at them like, I want to destroy them. Like, it can't be allowed. I am going to, I think, hold on to this and this for the cats. But otherwise, the rest of these things can go because they're not being used. And this is why the cats aren't allowed toys, because she just tried to swallow this. Like, I can't keep any of these fun toys that they would probably totally play with because someone is bad. Those little mouse toys are only like 99 cents though, so I don't feel super upset about it. So yeah, all this is being thrown out. Medicine and unnecessary toys. Tally? Now I kind of want to get like organizational bins for in here to kind of like separate the stuff, but yeah. This is as orderly as it gets for now. Yes, I said I was going to put the shampoo elsewhere, but I don't know where to stick it right now until I get organizational bins for things. And I don't want to buy organizational bins right now, so we're just going to leave this for now because this is a category, like, I know all the pet stuff is in this right now. So I don't want to start separating everything out into separate parts of the house until I have another place as all the pet stuff. So, yeah. You like your new organized bin there, girl? So as you can see, pet stuff is a big category for a lot of people. So if you have pets before 2019, go through your pet's stuff because we know they have a ton of stuff and get rid of a lot of it because you know that they only play with like 5 things. Pets are like children. They're the exact same. They're not going to notice that those toys are gone, I promise. Now here's a big category. We have the closet. A lot of you have been asking me to see my closet, and my closet's super boring. I also don't have it like organized right now because the closet in here is just like shitty. I don't know. I need to figure out something to make it look like nice and wonderful. But my last place had a walk-in, and I didn't need a walk-in, as you'll see in a second. I don't have a lot of clothes, but it was just nice. It was a nice space. So, but this would not be a time to do a whole closet purge, I don't think, before the new year. You can if you want to, like if that's what you're gonna devote your time to and you haven't done a closet purge. My closet is very minimal, so I know when stuff needs to go. So that's why I'm doing this now. But if you do like a full-blown KonMari, like maybe that's all you do before the beginning of the year. But clothes is a nice thing to declutter before the beginning of the year if you just have a little bit of stuff to go through. So in here is a blazer that I have recently worn, so I know it's good. And then these are all dresses. Another blazer, although this one's slightly too large. So I might need to get that tailored. This is what I refer to as my Persephone dress. My cats always like to come in here and tear at the bag. So I keep that around in case I need anything fancy ever. I resent doing that, but I also am like, if I ever need a fancy dress, I want to wear that dress. Then I have work pants, jeans. These are 2 pairs of shorts, so these are good for next year. I don't tend to declutter summer stuff necessarily. This is a shirt that is sort of like post-apocalyptic. As you can see, I would have to like layer it, and I do layer it because this is like full-blown open. I'm not sure if I'm going to wear that next year. It's also, I think, too big at this point because I got it a couple of years ago before I lost some weight, so I don't really think it fits well anymore. This is a shirt I got last year that I like. I like this tank top, although it's very long, so this might go next year too. But again, I'll wait for summer to actually declutter these things. These Portofino shirts I'm getting rid of. I have some stuff up here already. So this is a work sweater I'm getting rid of that's too big. This is one of those sort of like Portofino, they're from Express, that's what they're called, the Portofino shirt or whatever. That's another one of those. And these are some workout socks that I'm getting rid of because I never actually wear orange socks. So I already have a little pile up there. So this is one that I've had for years and years and years, and I no longer wear it. It's showing up blue on camera, but I don't know if it's actually purple. So this is gonna go because it is now too big, and I just don't wear it anymore. I want to get rid of this shirt. This is an H&M shirt that I got last season, and it just kind of like, it gaps and it's not very good quality, but I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna put it on my replace next year kind of list. So I always try to hold on to things and put them in my list of things to replace, and then once I replace it, I swap it out. So this is just a reminder, kind of a place setter. Still use that tank top. This is another shirt I like. I like this shirt. These all work. Blah, blah, blah. I love this shirt. You guys have probably seen this in videos, but this I think is also a little bit too big as well, but I'll evaluate again in the summer for that. This is my Book Not Fast t-shirt, which is super comfy and I love. These are work pants, so these should go over here. Like I said, I haven't really organized this closet much because I just really use it for the pants right now, and all my summer stuff is in here and I'm not wearing summer stuff. So all of my winter stuff for the most part goes in drawers. This shirt works. This, well actually, it looks like I was correct before. So my work pants are supposed to go down here. So not a ton to get decluttered, but this little small assortment I'm getting rid of. That's a pull-up bar that I might also get rid of, but I aspire to do a pull-up next year, so I'm holding on to it temporarily, and if I don't use it by like April, I'll talk about that more in a future video, then I'm gonna get rid of it. So I get rid of 4 items, which is why, like I said, you don't need to do like a full declutter right now if you just keep up with it. That's what this is. This is me keeping up. This is not decluttering my entire house. This is maintenance. I was just thinking that I have a raincoat in the front closet I might want to consider decluttering, but it's really good for work. So I'm gonna hold on to it, see if I use it at my current job for work, and then if I don't in the spring, I'm gonna get rid of that. See, things like that. Like you store it away and you're like, this is what I'm gonna get rid of, and then you think about it, and by the time spring rolls around, I'll be like, in my winter decluttering video, I talked about getting rid of this raincoat and I'm going to, or I've worn it a ton and I don't need to, that kind of thing. It's good to keep that tally in your head. And I also write this stuff down usually in my bullet journal. When I was in here, I just popped open my makeup drawer. I'm getting rid of these 2 brushes that I no longer really use, and these 2 samples I got of the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil that I've held on to be like, maybe I'll use it. It's a great product. I just don't use it. I use other powders. So this is something that I knew as soon as I opened the drawer that I could get rid of. So the makeup items are another thing that you're like, I'm holding on to these and I haven't actually used them. You can get rid of them because you're not going to use them. And those 2 things are things I got as samples anyway, so. The other area of the house you can go through is the kitchen, so the fridge, freezer, and pantries. I don't have any decluttering to do in there because I really pared down my kitchen before moving, and now I only have my food because I live alone and I keep like things fairly sparse and only what I need. So I don't need to do that kind of clean out very often. But if you haven't done that in a while, that's another big thing to go through. Go and throw out anything that's expired, throw out anything that you haven't used, anything like that. These animals always feel that when I come home from work, that means that it's time to eat, but that is not true. You guys know it's not actually time to eat. See, now I'm not making eye contact because I'm filming them. But usually they're making some, you're not jumping up there. Thank you. You're not jumping on the fridge. The last thing I have is some art pieces. I actually haven't hung up all of the art in my apartment yet, but there's a few things that I don't think I'm going to hang up. So I'm just going to show those to you really quick. So again, art, fan art especially, is something you can go through. This is my Audrey Hepburn canvas that I got from IKEA years ago for my first apartment. And I love her and she's gone everywhere with me, but I don't think she fits my aesthetic anymore. And I've really only kept her because she was cheap and very large. So it's good for a nice like focal point on a wall or whatever, but not really the vibe I'm going for anymore. Then, as far as fan art goes, this Six of Crows print is something that I love and adore, but I just don't hang up fan art anymore. Like, it's not something that I like having around my apartment because it just kind of clashes with everything else. Like, I don't really have a cohesive way of putting it together, and I really like a lot of cohesion in my space, so this is going to go, I think. I'm going to try to find a very loving home for it, though, because I know a lot of people would, like, kill to have this. So, and then these three are on the chopping block. I might keep them around until I hang everything up just to see if they will go anywhere. But the artist that did these two, I'm actually keeping a Mass Effect Femme Shep fan art that I have that says like Fear the Reapers. It's cool. So I'm keeping that, but I don't want like three of the same piece by the same person. Like it just, yeah, it's too much. And then I love this like crossover fandom piece for Assassin's Creed and Star Wars, but again, I just don't know. This one I might hold on to because I have a lot of blue in the art that I have, so this might kind of work, but I'm going to wait until I hang everything up. Again, if I can make it work and it doesn't seem like weirdly out of place and like I should have this in a gamer den because I do not decorate in that way, then I will keep it. Once I get the place decorated as far as hanging things on the walls, let me know if you guys would like to see a like tour. I don't know, I've never done like an apartment tour, but I would probably maybe do like an art tour, like show you the art that I have. That might take a very long time though because I want to get a few more pieces and stuff, but I use a lot of Society 6 art and stuff, so that's what it would be. But let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, going through your fan art, going through stuff that you've got in subscription boxes that you like but you're just not using, you're not hanging up, stuff like that, that's a good thing to do also, because you know, even though you don't want to like, let go of some of the stuff, like you know in your heart that some of the stuff like needs to go. But that is it for my pre-2019 declutter. Again, just little things here and there. I hope I gave you some ideas for categories that you could look at for decluttering before 2019. And I have one more category that I didn't go through because it's not going to be a small category. I have a lot of decorations. This closet and this closet has a lot of like holiday decor, and I'm thinking about going through that after the new year sometime, maybe do a spring cleaning of that, honestly. I didn't decorate for Christmas this year. I have a video coming up about that actually later, possibly on Christmas. So I didn't decorate for Christmas this year, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why that is and my feelings, because I have feelings about it. But I will decorate in the future, and this, like, there's a lot of stuff because I had it for a bigger space, so I'm probably going to be paring some of that stuff down. So if you want to see a video decluttering all holiday stuff, because it's not just Christmas or winter, it's like also some Easter, some like fall, stuff like that. If you guys are interested in a video just dedicated to that kind of decluttering, let me know, because then I'll devote some time to it. If you're not, I'm just gonna do it sometime and not film it. So now I have to start packing for my trip home for the holidays, but I hope you guys enjoyed this decluttering and it gave you some inspiration. Like I said, thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.